So select your mesh, go to paint effects, make paintable. From there get brush, okay, and it's gonna be the oak white medium. I'm gonna use this one. You should find it under the trees mesh folder, okay, select it and make, and it's too small, so B to resize your brush. This one should work fine. And also I can place this one. I'm gonna use W to move and modify center pivot, okay. I'm gonna place it to the left, and also you can rotate it. So the camera gonna be somewhere here, and so now we should convert these trees to polygons, so the mentor ray can render them. So in this case they won't be shown when you hit when you render them in mentor ray. So we're gonna select them, go to modify, convert, and paint effects to polygons option box, okay. So paint effects to polygons option box. I'm gonna reset everything. Now for the poly limit, it should be set to value of 0, okay, and hit convert. I'm gonna make a new layer from them and turn the visibility off. Make sure to save, okay. So this guy here called gate resolution, this one, okay. And I'm gonna create a camera. So create camera and panels perspective camera 1, so I can look through the camera. So I'm gonna place the camera somewhere here, and I'm gonna make a little or a short animation. So 300 frames. I'm gonna turn on the gate resolution. Okay. Okay, now make sure you on frame 1 or 0. In this case I'm gonna use the frame, start from the frame 0 or 1. Okay, doesn't matter. So hit S, go to the frame 300, and place your camera again, zoom in, okay, maybe and I'm gonna hit S one more time. So make sure to be on frame 1, hit S, zoom in and place your camera on frame 300 and hit S, okay. So it's gonna be an animation and it should look like this, okay. Okay, now make sure to select your camera and to save. So select your camera, go to render settings, switch to mental ray. If you have Maya software, switch to mental ray and go to the indirect lighting tab, environment, physical sun and sky, and hit create, okay. Now hit this guy here and I'm gonna show you something. So scroll down, actually it's not here, so I'm gonna select the camera one more time and scroll down to mental ray, okay, and lens shader. See, now the gamma value of the lens shader used by our camera when we enable the physical sun and sky, or when we create the physical sun and sky, is 2.2, okay, and it's wrong. So I'm gonna render and I'm gonna fix it later on, okay. So you're gonna see that the textures are completely washed out, as you see here. The textures are washed out. So to fix this, we're gonna use gamma correct node, and we should find it under window rendering editors, hypershade. Okay, so I'm gonna graph network of this plane. So to fix this problem, we need to unlink the texture and the material, and we're gonna put a gamma correct node, and you can find it under utilities, this guy, and we're gonna link the output to the value, not default, not gamma, it's value, okay. From there to color, and double click on gamma correct. See where it says gamma, you're gonna put this value, so 0.455, or if you want to 0.454, okay. It's almost the identical, so 0.455, okay. And I'm gonna do it for the rest of the materials, all the materials. So graph network, unlink, go to utilities, gamma correct, place it in between, so middle mouse, drag to value, middle mouse, drag to color, double click and put the value of 0.455, sorry, 454 or 455. So this time I'm gonna use 54. Okay, go back to hypershade, this one this time, and link, put a gamma correct node in between, middle mouse drag to value, middle mouse drag to color, and so on. So double click, put a value of 0.455, okay, and this gonna correct the gamma of 2.2 used in Maya physical sun and sky system. Okay, now I think it's time to fix the ground. So the ground material, and link utilities, gamma correct, in between value and color, double click and put a value of 0.454 or 455. Okay, as simple as that. Now this one, graph network, the same. We're gonna use the gamma correct node, link it to the value, link it to the color, double click and 0.454, 0.454, 0.454. Okay, now it's time for this PNG texture or PNG image, and it's a little bit different. So gamma correct, in between, middle mouse drag to value, middle mouse drag to color, double click, put a value of 0.454 or 0.455. It doesn't really matter. Go back to hypershade. So before using the gamma correct, there was some transparency, and now it's gone. Okay, so we're gonna middle mouse and drag it to transparency. Okay, and that should work fine. So next one gonna be this oak white medium funk shader, and this gonna be assigned to transparency, this gonna be assigned to color. So we're gonna unlink this. Okay, so unlink the ramp and put a gamma correct node in between, middle mouse to value, middle mouse to color, and that's it. Next gonna be the oak medium, oak white medium something, and we're gonna sorry about that, and link gamma correct node or gamma correct utility, so to value to color, that's it. And I forgot to put a value, I'm gonna fix it later on. So put a value of 0.455, 0.455, 0.455. Okay, hypershade, and maybe this one, graph network, double click on gamma correct. I'm gonna see the values here, and I'm gonna see also the values. So graph network, I'm gonna see the values here. They should be 0.455 or 0.454. Okay, that's it. Hyper shade. I'm gonna fix maybe this one, graph network. Maybe this, gamma correct, in between, middle mouse drag to value, middle mouse drag to color, double click and got the same value. This is gonna fix the colors and they won't look washed out anymore. Okay, the next one gonna be this one. And link, put a gamma correct node in between, middle mouse drag to value, middle mouse drag to color, double click and that's it. 0.454. Okay, so for the ocean shader it's a little bit different. So graph network, we don't care about these, and we're gonna use the same utility, the gamma correct, middle mouse drag this time to or link to watercolor. Okay, so watercolor, double click with the same value. That's it. And hit render. So I'm gonna try to render it, and you're gonna see something different. Okay, so again, sorry about my English and sorry about my old computer. So that's what we want. Also, we're gonna see the colors are not washed out anymore. Also, we're gonna work on the sky now. So see this ugly gradient sky. We're gonna use NURBS primitives sphere, and we hit R to scale it, and we're gonna assign an image. So hypershade, window rendering editors, hypershade, go to surface. We're gonna use a Lambert shader and due to the file texture, link it to color, double click, and we're gonna import an image. Okay, so it's I'm gonna use an 8K image, and it should be in this folder. Maybe this one, 8K. It doesn't really matter, so you can use HDR, a JPEG, a 3K if you want to. So select the sky, our sky. This is gonna be our sky. Right click, assign material to selection. Okay, so link and put the utilities gamma correct node in between to value to color. Okay, double click with the same value. right click, assign material to selection. Should be work fine now, but if we hit render, we're not gonna be satisfied, so the scene gonna be too dark. And to fix this, we're gonna make a few changes here. So middle mouse drag to incandescence, and that's gonna lighten up our sky. Okay, it's like a light or something like that. Middle mouse drag to ambient color. Okay, make sure to double click on your Lambert, and not your Lambert, select your sky, go to render stats, the second tab, render stats, and turn off the casts, shadows, receive shadows, it doesn't matter, primary visibility, smooth shading. So turn off also the visible in reflections, visible in refractions, and that's it. Make sure also to place your, so I'm gonna hit D6 to switch to textured mode, hit 6 key, and it doesn't want to work, and I think it stucks again, so I'm gonna pause the video for a while. Alright, now we're gonna place the sky, our sky. So hit E to rotate, and I'm gonna place it. So I'm gonna switch to my camera mode or my camera perspective. This is gonna be the sun. Okay. That should work fine. So a final step to do, if you want to have better results, so go to the render settings, to common tab, make sure to switch first to from perspective to camera 1. Also for the image size, make sure to use HD 720 or this one, or even if you own a much powerful computer, you can use the 4K square or 3K square if you want to. I'm gonna stick with this 720 HD. Go to quality and switch from custom. For the quality presets, switch from custom to production. Okay, you can play with these values here. Also for the anti-aliasing contrast, I'm gonna stick with the default values. You can also turn on the jitter, and which gonna give you much better results. I'm looking for something. Filter box, production. Should be enabled, this one, filter. For some reason it's not enabled, so also you can turn on the global illumination, and if you want much better results, you can increase the accuracy, and it's gonna take more time to render, but it's gonna give you better results. Okay, that's it. That's it. Okay, now hit render if you want to, and you're gonna be satisfied and I'm gonna pause the video for a while and render a scene, render a frame, and we're gonna use Photoshop this time to use the HDR toning in Photoshop and make a much better photo. Okay, so I'm gonna pause for a while.